So, this YouTuber's Anarchy server will be open for the next 100 days. But it's in hardcore, which means if you die, you will be banned. On day 1 of this server, we would hold an election, and I would be disqualified from it because of this man right here. Can I get revenge for the treason I've experienced, or will I die trying? But before this video starts, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Anyways, this is 100 days as a murderer. This is a re-edit of an old video. For the first few days at the Butter Republic, we would hold an election to decide who would be our president. Ryan would give a speech, and then I would give a speech right after. Here's Ryan's speech.
The Butter Republic is the greatest nation on the server, and we need to keep it that way. We need to claim our spots as the ruler of this server, and we will dominate.
Ryan did an amazing job on his speech, and I was up next. I promised the nation some pretty amazing things, like money, wealth, and power. Ryan would claim that I already spoke, and so I was kicked off the stage, and I ran out with anger. I blamed Ryan for my loss at even having a chance at being president, and so I came up with plans to kill Ryan. But first, I had to gain his trust. But before I could do any of that, I decided I wanted to tame this wolf. Then I hit him, took him on a bit of a walk, because why not? And then, right after, almost died to the same wolf. After that, Ryan decided to make a decree to get rid of all of the trees surrounding our base, and as a result, he told us to put fire to them, which immediately spread to our base, and so me and a couple of people had to put out the flames that could probably destroy the base. But because of the flames, we decided that it was best to move bases and sacrifice this villager for favors of gods on our travels.
Cinnamon.
Ooga chaka.
Ooga chaka.
You know what? Wait. If I get another portal, that means I could actually. I can set up a highway.
Even though we sacrificed a villager, one of our guys would die anyways, so the gods were not in our favor, even after sacrificing that villager. Ryan and I would both safely make it to the jungle base, and so now it was time for me to start gaining the trust of the Butter Republic by fishing. Some of you may think fishing is a waste of time. Well, I'm going to tell you why it's not a waste of time. Fishing does two things. It gets you food for you and all of your friends, and fishing also can get you small amounts of XP. Fishing can also give you some OP items like insane enchantment books that can be put on anything. The only downside to fishing is all of the crap you can fish up. But with everything at stake to get good things from fishing, it makes it a very effective use of time for me and all my mates. So I was fishing and I get knocked off by a man named Stefix555. And it wasn't the first time he was going to knock me off either. So he was doing this quite a bit, knocking me off of a water bucket tower that I was trying to get on top of the fishing thing. He constantly kept doing this, and this started to annoy me quite a lot, to the point where I've decided I want to kill Stefix. But there was a problem. I can't just straight up kill Stefix and then just be like, misclick, my bad. Another problem was that Stefix was also wearing more diamond armor than me, so I couldn't just slap him and then kill him immediately. That wouldn't work. This meant by killing him through fall damage would be my most effective and quick way of killing him. Also, when people die of fall damage, they can't really see who killed them, so I can easily get away saying it was an accident. And so I began my plans of killing Stefix. So we began constantly trying to push each other off of this pole, and that is when I got Stefix to reveal he was low.
One horse.
Stefix. Come here, boy.
Then taunted Stefix so he could come back
Hold on, I
up.
have a go at it.
Stefix fell for the trap and then decided to start climbing up the water pole one last time with a water bucket. I would even make it a little bit higher so when I knocked him off, Stefix would die. No one even suspected a thing. My plan immediately worked, saying, oh, it was an accident, and everyone had believed me. Plus, I even got some diamond armor out of it. Putting that behind us, we then decided to work on getting potions, especially harming potions. Then, me and Ryan noticed LOC KFC was in the nether, so me and Ryan went chasing for him. This was also my time to kill Ryan. Then going with Welcome In, and this is when I realized I could kill Ryan. You see that staircase right there? Well, you see, there was a tactic for that I could use the staircase to kill Ryan with. Basically, Welcome In TV is going up the stairs. I am behind him at a sprinting rate, and Ryan is behind me at a sprinting rate. If I were to slow down, Ryan would eventually catch up to me and we would both get on the stairs at the exact same time. I need this to happen because in the version we're playing in for Minecraft, you can actually run into players. And if I run into him right, he could run into the lava that was next to me. If I were to run into him, it would become the equivalent of me pushing him off a cliff and into the lava, which would eventually lead me to killing Ryan and he would die, making my revenge a success and me a very happy man. That is, if this works and Welcome in TV doesn't suspect anything. But it was time for me to put my plan into action.
You just knocked me into lava. Good, sir.
Are you okay?
I'm about to die.
What? Don't die.
Food?
Watch out.
Where are you? Oh, you're down there. You have golden apples?
No, I do not. I'm on half of a heart and I'm burning.
And just like that, my mission of revenge was a success. I had killed Ryan and made it look like an accident allowed me to get away with it. Me and Welcome in TV then went to the stronghold, broke some crystals, hit the Ender Dragon, and Welcome would do this very sexy block clutch. I would get the Ender Dragon low enough with my diamond axe to allow Welcome in TV to kill the Ender Dragon with a netherite hoe. Then went through the end gateway to look for Elytra. I also learned Endermen did not like me. While after a long travel journey, we would eventually find the end city, which had the boat to allow us to get Welcome TV his Elytra. He would get the Elytra no problem, meanwhile I'm over here getting bullied by shulkers. I had to go, but Welcome in TV has a perspective for us to watch what happened. He would enchant his netherite armor, and then after that he'd see that our base was totally destroyed. After that, him and Lacuna found another enemy team base. This was the Potato Empire. Welcome in TV and Lacuna both decided that they were going to attack the Potato Empire and gain all the food that it was hiding. And so, Welcome in TV would take off to go to the top of the Potato Empire. His stealth mission failed and he was immediately spotted, but because he's so threatening, he was then able to stall for a very long time to allow his boy Lacuna to show up. The two of them showed absolutely no mercy and pretty much just absolutely obliterated this guy. Once I had gotten back, we had decided to search and try to hunt and kill Sword 4000. We looked around the entire map, even like edging the border all the way to try to find Sword 4000. Little did we know at the time, that man was totally dead. I even contained wolves and got horses and all that. They're gone now. Would eventually give up the hunt and I would head back to the jungle base to go chill with Operator Diamond. But when I was finally there, basically what happened was LFC KFC showed up and was just like, hey. He challenged us to a 2v1, which me and Operator Diamond went to go do. But Welcome in TV saved us from the end crystals that LFC KFC contained. We then had it at a 3v1, but LFC KFC was good at PvP and killed Operator Diamond with an end crystal, leaving it to now be the 2v1 he originally wanted. Welcome in TV accidentally almost killed me, but while I went back to heal, LFC KFC had escaped, and he was pretty angry and really wanted to fight. So me and Welcome in TV came up with a plan. We both knew LFC KFC really wanted to fight someone, and we both knew he now wanted to 1v1 just me. And we were thinking about this, and LFC KFC also logged off, so we wanted to know how we could get him back on to kill him. So this was the plan. It was quite simple. So I would challenge LFC KFC to the 1v1 and be pretty toxic while doing it to the point where we had to allow it. He just had to say yes. But LFC KFC was skeptical, and we both planned for this too. He wanted Welcome in TV off of the game. He just wanted him gone, so Welcome TV couldn't 2v1 him and kill us LFC KFC, which we were totally fine with doing. Welcome in TV would leave the game, and eventually LFC KFC would head to the location I told them to meet me at, while I would hide in a tree, watching him. Then Welcome in TV would join back in the game. LFC KFC would then leave in fear. But little would he know, I would be watching him and find his location, which we would go to, block up to the point where he would have no escape, and we would kill him. Plan done. So it was time to put our plan into action, and it could not go wrong, otherwise he was never going to join back. So we started messaging him on Discord, and eventually he joined in. I would get in my hiding position, and then we got Welcome TV to join back, then LSC KFC would leave. And that's when I knew his exact location. Well, not really though. So I had a general location where he was, and then we began building the Hole of Death for LSC KFC. And I put a lot of signs here to taunt him when he fell. The idea of how he wanted to spawn trap him was the exact same as any mob farm ever. He would fall and take a lot of damage, and then we would sweep him off with our swords. We then waited for him, but eventually with some persuasion, he would join back in, and we began to attack him. To give LSC KFC some credit, he did really well for even being trapped. He had so many gapples and so much gear that this took a lot longer than it needed to. Fight took so long, Welcome TV even went in to make sure LSC KFC would die. And with after a couple of crits and a lot of hitting of LSC KFC, his armor would begin to break, and that is when he would fall and we would get the kill. Just like that, peace had finally been brought to the server. With no one to oppose us, we were free to reign over the world. And my overall takeaway is I was successfully able to murder all of those who would dare to even oppose me. Before this video ends, I have to tell you, a couple of things did happen before and in between all of this stuff in my video. So if you want to go find out what actually happened, go check out Welcome TV. His link will be in the description. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.